Kit Kats can read.
Hello BookTube and welcome to another video. In today's video it is my weekly wrap up and I have decided to do this a little bit differently. Instead of doing one normal video that I film and upload on the Sunday, I am going to be doing daily vlogs of when I have reading progress, and then I will add it all together, have it in one video at the end of the week, because sometimes, which I discovered last week, I don't finish a book, and when it comes to Sunday I feel really disappointed. I have no idea what day I read a certain amount, even if it was 20 pages or so, and I feel a bit flat, and I just think this way is a lot better, even if it is 20 pages, and if it was like a Monday I read 20 pages, Tuesday I read a chapter, you know, and you can get to see what book I'm reading and what progress I do. So whatever time of day, doesn't really matter if I do it at the end of the day or in the morning just before I go to work. I'm just going to do a daily update on my reading progress, letting you know what my plan is for the next clip, or so on and so forth. I'm going to set myself sort of like daily targets to achieve, whether it's, you know, read 2 chapters of this book or so on and so forth. But today is Wednesday, it is the middle of the week, so I'm starting a bit late, but that's just purely because I had a first day training course this week, so I had no time to read whatsoever because I've been, you know, doing my research on that, because I got assessed today. It's a 3-day course and I passed today, which is awesome. I'm now an official first aider, which is awesome. I know how to do CPR, I know how to deal with casualties before ambulances arrive, and just I feel a lot more useful now. Even if I'm outside of work, I feel like I will be able to help somebody if they collapsed or something. So it is really useful. I honestly recommend it for anybody if you're thinking about learning it. Honestly, if it is an opportunity at where you work, put the idea forward to your manager, say I would be interested in being first aid trained, because there should be first aiders no matter what job you're at. Honestly, it's a really good idea and it's really fun. I didn't think I would enjoy myself or be as interested as I was until today, really, to be honest, and learning it amongst about 25 other people. We became a kind of family over the 3 days, and it's really awesome. It was really sad to say goodbye to everybody today, but it was just a great opportunity and I'm really proud that I did it, and I'm so happy. So in the first 3 days of this week, I managed to finish Subway Love by Nora Raleigh Baskin. This is a very short novel. It's sent to me by Walker for review, and to be honest, this book did fall a little flat for me. I'm really sorry. I don't like it when I don't like books that I get sent, and I feel really bad. I really enjoy the concept of the story. It is about time travel. There's a girl from the past that meets a guy from the future on the subway, and it's a sort of romance, and it's kind of cute, but it felt really slow for me, and I just think because it's such a short book that things weren't done in the right way for me. The ending was kind of weird as well, but you know, I like the concept and I think that's really good. It wasn't for me. It might be for you. I tend to like books that people don't like, so honestly this is just my opinion, but you know, I still think that people should pick it up and give it a try for themselves. I like the cover to this book as well. I think it's really awesome. So unfortunately I gave this book 2 stars. I just really honestly didn't enjoy it. So my targets for today, or this evening rather, are to listen to at least 2 chapters of The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken audiobook, as that is what I'm listening to at the moment. I've got 100 pages left before I actually finish this book, so hopefully it shouldn't take me too long, but my nightly target is to listen to at least 2 chapters of this, and then reading wise is to read at least 50 pages of whatever book I'm currently reading. So I'm going to read 50 pages of Split Second this evening before I go to bed. Hopefully I can do that. That is my target for this evening. So I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to Thursday, updating you on how I did last night, and I managed to actually listen to 3 chapters of The Darkest Minds, where I set myself 2, so that's really good. That's overachieving what I planned for that. So I now literally have like 70 pages left. This is all I've got left to listen to of The Darkest Minds, and I'm actually remembering a lot of stuff that happened when I first read it, so that's good, because that was the whole point of obviously rereading, or rather re-listening to this book. and I managed to achieve my target reading 50 pages of Pivot Point by Casey West. So I'm now 100 or so pages through this book. I am really enjoying that. Also really enjoying The Darkest Mind, so that's awesome. I'm not really going to set myself a big target for this evening because I'm feeling really tired and I kind of got a bit of a headache going on, and I know I need to finish watching the latest episode of Pretty Little Liars because I fell asleep through the episode watching it last night, and my colleague at work really wanted to talk to me with it today, and I was just like, I'm really sorry, I only watched like half of it and I just fell asleep because that was how exhausted I was. So I kind of want to watch that so I can talk to her about it tomorrow before the weekend, so that would be fantastic. So that's like a target as well, to kind of watch the other half of Pretty Little Liars episode, and then I think, to be honest, I'm just going to start listening to The Darkest Mind. So hopefully I'm just going to set myself a couple of chapters again because I'm probably going to fall asleep. So a couple of chapters of The Darkest Minds, half an episode of Pretty Little Liars, and that will be a good enough target for me this evening. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hello BookTube and welcome to Friday. Just to update you on how I did thus far, I managed to complete the audiobook to The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. This is a reread for me, as you all know, and I actually enjoyed this book a whole lot more than I did the first time, so that's really good, and I understood a few bits and I remembered certain bits, so I'm now ready to continue on with this series and to start with Never Fade when I get around to it. But yeah, I really enjoyed this actually, and I actually bumped up my rating. Previously I gave it 4 stars, but I really enjoyed this book so much the second time round, even just with the audiobook. I just really enjoyed it, so I gave it 5 out of 5 stars in the end. I totally recommend this book. It's kind of a dystopian book about kids with special abilities and just how they're surviving and how they all meet each other. It's kind of like a little family, and the ending of this book actually got me here, and I don't think it really did get me there the first time round. So yeah, my god, enjoy this book, really recommend it. So that is all I pretty much did with that, because I watched the last half of the Pretty Little Liars episode that I fell asleep to the previous day, and I watched that and I was just like, what? By the way, if you watch Pretty Little Liars, if you're up to date, seriously, just that episode, what the hell even happened in that episode? I have no idea. And then I watched a movie which is How I Live Now, which is based on the book by Meg Rossoff, and I remember reading that book like a fair few years ago, and I was like, you know what, it's on Netflix, I want to watch the movie. So I watched the movie, and that movie is so emotional, like really emotional, and I was just literally like, my heart was jumping out all over the place and I was on the edge of my seat, and oh my god, and I did shed a couple of tears, but I really enjoyed the movie. I don't know, I just really enjoyed the movie personally. So I have ordered the movie on DVD to get, because I do kind of want to watch it again. I'm really weird like that. And I also ordered the book as well. I managed to get it for like £2.80 on Amazon, so that's coming in the mail. I'm probably going to begin that straight away, because I kind of feel like I'm getting that weird obsession where when I see a movie I have to read the book to the movie again. It's been a few years since I've read the book as well, and it's not that big of a book either. So that's to come in the mail, hopefully tomorrow or this weekend anyway. Anyway, cracking on to my targets for until the next video, until tomorrow. I am going to try to read 50 pages of P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, as I'm switching between Split Second and this book. I'm reading 50 pages of that and then 50 pages of this. So my next target is to read 50 pages of this, and then the next audiobook that I'm going to be listening to is To This Beast of a Book, but this will mean completing a series. This is Oblivion. This is the last book that's in the Power of 5 series by Anthony Horowitz. I really enjoyed this series. It's really awesome, it's really fun, and I'm really worried of what's going to happen in the last book, because it's just so huge. But I have listened to the audiobooks of the other books previously, and the guy who actually narrates it, he does a really good job. So I have really enjoyed the audiobooks to it, so that's why I got the Audible book for this one. So this is my next audiobook. So really, these are my targets until the next video, and I will see you guys tomorrow to see how I do with that. Have a nice day. Hello and welcome to Saturday. It is around 12 p.m. and as I've got the whole day ahead of me to do some reading and stuff, I thought I would do a morning little update as well. So last night I managed to listen to a couple of chapters of Oblivion by Anthony Horowitz. I listened to 4 chapters actually. I'm on page 42 in the book, so that's really cool. It's getting really interesting so far. And then I read a couple of chapters of P.S. I Still Love You, and then I read the rest of the chapters this morning just so that I could read 50 pages. So I've done my targets before today, and now I'm going to set myself some targets for today to do. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, but hopefully I will be able to achieve it. So I am going to aim to read 100 pages of Split Second today, and then go back to P.S. I Still Love You and read 100 pages of that. So 200 pages on all of those two, and then in the evening when I settle down, that's normally when I listen to my audiobooks before I go to bed, I plan on listening to a couple more chapters of this. So 2 chapters target of that, and then 200 pages, 100 of each of these books, and hopefully I will be able to achieve it before my update this evening. So I will see you tonight where I let you guys know how I did on my reading progress for today. Hello and welcome to Saturday evening. I've had to switch over to my other camera because my battery sadly ran out and is currently charging at the moment. So just to update you on how Saturday has gone so far, I managed to complete reading 100 pages of both Split Second and P.S. I Still Love You, so that's cool. This is literally all I've got left of the books now, so you can see very, very slim. I've got less to read on P.S. I Still Love You, which is literally less than 100 pages, and I've got about 150 pages left of A Split Second. So all I'm going to do this evening is I'm going to read just a little bit more of Split Second, 50 more pages, so that I can catch up with P.S. I Still Love You, so that I have around about the same amount of pages left to read, and then hopefully I'll be able to finish these 2 books before this week is over. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do now, is just read a bit more of Split Second. Obviously I've still got my target to listen to 2 chapters of Oblivion, the audiobook, so I've got that to do as well. And yeah, so that is all that I'm going to do this evening. So I will see you tomorrow for my full-on weekly wrap-up to see how I did for tonight and tomorrow morning. Hello BookTube and welcome to the final stage of this wrap up, which is the Sunday, and this is where I let you guys know how I did from Saturday evening onwards to right now, which is actually the afternoon of the Sunday, as I am home alone around this time. So what I did last night, I managed to watch How I Live Now, the movie that is to the book by Meg Rossoff. I have seen this before, I watched it on Netflix, and I actually really enjoyed the movie enough to buy the DVD. It's only £3.80 on Amazon, and I got it with Prime, so it arrived the very next day, and I was like, I want to watch it. And then I also watched the deleted scenes from it as well, which were quite interesting. I always like to see the deleted scenes and sort of can try to understand why they didn't include them and stuff. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I have also purchased the book as well. I have read it before, a fair few years ago now, but I do want to reread it just to refresh my memory, because there were some things that happened in the movie that I swear did not happen in the book. So I watched that, and then I actually managed to complete Split Second by Casey West just this very morning. Late morning, early afternoon, and I really enjoyed this book. I honestly really did. I have now read every single book that Casey West has written and released now, so it's just like, oh my god, yes, I've owned this book for probably a year or whenever it actually came out, and I don't know why I haven't read it yet, because I did purchase it as soon as it came out, and I'm really happy that I did. I really enjoyed it. It's a nice ending to the duology, and it's just really cool. It's just about kids with these special abilities, and it's really cool. Kind of a bit like The Darkest Minds in a way, but this is more of a sci-fi thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I recommend any Casey West books. So I look forward to many more of her books to come. And then that is all I've done. Like, wise, I didn't actually have time to listen to the audiobook last night. I just went straight asleep after watching the movie and reading a bit of the book, and then I finished the rest of the book this morning. So didn't get to listen to the audiobook, but I'm still satisfied because I managed to complete a book. Very, very nearly finished with P.S. I Still Love You. I have less than 100 pages, so that is definitely going to be finished and done with today. So that's cool to get a couple of books read this week. So just thought I'd let you know, by the time this video goes up I probably would have finished it if you follow me on Goodreads. If you don't, then the link will be in the description box below. You will see the exact moment of time that I do actually finish the book and my thoughts and all that. So yeah, that is the end of this week's wrap up. I hope you have enjoyed this sort of vloggy style of thing. Personally for me, I prefer it because I get to set myself targets of what I can read, and I feel like when I set myself those targets, if you have not noticed, that when I do them, I am actually progressing in my reading, whereas, you know, if I don't set myself anything to do in the week, if I'm just like, right, I just need to read some of this book and some of this book, then I don't tend to do it as much. But if I'm like, right, I need to read 50 pages of this evening and listen to a couple of chapters of this audiobook, then I urge myself to do it, and I tend to do it a lot more. And as I found out this week, it really has worked, so I think I'm going to continue doing it this way. Obviously for you guys it's just going to be a mashup of the whole week's clips together from Wednesday onwards, but yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it again for next week, and it's just really easy to put together and edit. It shouldn't take me too long, but it's just a way of me organising myself with you guys, and I hope that you get to enjoy the progress of how I did. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I have read this week or I'm reading. Let me know how you did in your weekly reading progress. Let me know if you are participating in any readathons that are coming up, whether it's the Rainbow Reads Readathon, which is happening this very week, or there's the Readerama, which is happening near the end of the month, and then I believe the Booktubeathon is happening in July. So if you let me know what you are planning on participating in, that would be fabulous, because I am planning on participating in those as well. But my TBR for the Rainbow Reads Readathon is going to be up tomorrow, so be sure to check out for that. And thank you again for watching this video. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you in my next video. Bye!